I have a question from you. Who is web developer and what is the roadmap to be a web developer? Welcome to this video, and I will tell you who is web developer and show you the roadmap to be a web developer. Web developer is a man or woman that can develop the website and making front end and back end and combine them with each other, and after that your website could work in the Google and other search engines, and users can search your website in the Google or other search engines and using your services or products in the website. Website or web applications are now the best digital marketing solutions that you can show your products or services in all over the world. To be a web developer, you should know two specialists in computer science. One of them is front end, that you can make the design of the website, and back end is to making process of the website. This is a difference between front end and back end. Front end is for designing the UI UX. It's meaning that user interface and user experience. When users search your website, they see the pictures in your website, text or paragraphs or other subjects in your website and products and services and other things about colors and other things in your website that you can see and work with your systems, and they could use your services or buy your products. This is front end of the website that user can see, but website has another system that we named that backend. Backend is for processing your request that user sends to your website. For example, if I want to make an account in your website, I will tell you the username, email, password, my phone number or my address to making the accounts in your website. This process and making the accounts is on the back end. For using the front end and back end with each other, you need to a bridge to match them and combine with each other, and after that put all the system on the server and working in the internet. This bridge that's named API or Application Programming Interface, that I will tell you about that in another videos. Now you know that who is web developer, and it's time to know what is the roadmap for front-end and back-end. To be a front-end developer, you need technologies that you would working with them, and after that you could use them to making the design for the website. To making the front-end of the development, you need to HTML, CSS, JavaScript languages, Flexbox and CSS script methods, and after that you need to know a framework for HTML CSS like Bootstrap that makes you to be coding fastly. After these methods and technologies, you need to know two libraries for JavaScript programming language. We don't using JavaScript in our website purely, and we will using the libraries like jQuery, React, Node, or Vue.js or another libraries. But for front-end development, you need to know jQuery for JavaScript and React.js. These are two related libraries for JavaScript language that you should know, and after that you could using them to making the design of your front-end. In backend technologies, you need to know languages programming for server development. Server development means that you should process the website and giving the request of the users, and after that making a response for them. To giving the request and making the response for your users and showing the products or services or another services that users need from your website, you should to know technologies like programming languages that should be work on a server, like Python language, PHP, or C#, ASP.NET framework, or another languages. But as you know, I'm working as a web developer in front-end and back-end, and it's about 10 years that I am working on the websites. I suggest you that using Python language for programming the server, because this is the best language that you can use in the servers. It has very options for you as a developer and making the servers very fastly. For using Python on your servers, you need to know a framework for Python to using and developing the server. It names that Django framework for Python. It's the framework that you could use for the server, and you could using it to making the server fastly. Django supports 3 architecture for the designing of the server: microservices, MVT, and MVC. And in another videos, I will tell you how could I use this design for our servers and who is better for our system. After learning Django and Python, you need to know database like PostgreSQL or SQL Server, and after that you should know about Linux, Ubuntu, and after that using Redis and Docker to making your services fastly and supportive for your servers. In this video, I told you the roadmap of the front end and back end, and you could learning one of them to making money. If you want to know both of them, learning front end and learning back end, you could working as a full stack developer that making a website and web applications by yourself. In the next video, I will tell you how to making money from websites. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe our channel.